Welcome back to the Let's Talk About It series. We are tackling day 6 today. We are going to tackle today's prompt, which is let's talk about disappointments. God. Let's go. We're brave. We got it. So we have a few questions today, actually. The first one being, what part of me is grieving right now? The second is it about this person or something deeper? And I have 3 more that I will answer after these first 2. So let's start with the first one. What part of me is grieving right now? And I had to write this down because the prompt I did earlier today triggered something, and I let that be what it was, but literally like 30 minutes ago, I allowed myself to feel what I felt, and it didn't feel great. And in doing that, I just sat with myself to understand what was coming up and why I was thinking that. Stalling because I don't want to be vulnerable right now, if I'm being honest, but I still am. So, oh God, this is hard. This is hard. This feels like my therapy sessions. This literally feels like a therapy session, but I'm gonna push through because I deserve it to myself to show up. All right, first part. What part of me is grieving right now? I'm grieving the version of them I believed in, the version of the connection that felt mutual, the future that briefly was, then vanished. The first part, the version of them I believed in, kind of ties into the second question of, is it about this person or something deeper? This is about all the times that people have showed up in ways that I really wanted to believe, and the reality was something completely different and something completely heartbreaking, and I had to deal with that heartbreak on my own, all by myself, without a lick of anything. So that brings up all of that, and that brings up all of that hurt and all of that disappointment. And I'm doing my best at not internalizing their bullshit. Simply, I'm doing my best because it does not belong to me. Because I'm not that type of person. So that is something that I'm learning with myself now currently, is that I am not responsible for other people's garbage. I really am not. I'm so done being responsible for other people's, oh my God, yeah. And it's bringing up other things that also goes into the question of, is this about something deeper? At a young age, I learned that people are disappointing. People suck. Okay, actually, I'm being very nice, and I think that's where I'm still people pleasing. So this is bringing up something deeper in the fact that I am unlearning the people pleasing ways I picked up when I was a little kid, to listen to that version, because that version can see clearly. And that version knew from a young age, people ain't shit. Oh my gosh. People ain't shit. The adults are lying. In fact, the adults are frauds. Everybody in this hoe is a fraud. Everybody in this piece is a damn fraud. Shaking my head. So, that's as deep as I'm going. And that is as much as I am willing to share here with you. I'm looking at the time. We're okay. So, yeah. I'm grieving the version of them I believed in. I'm grieving the version of the connection that felt mutual. And I'm grieving the future that briefly was, then vanished. Questions to ponder that I will answer. The pause, right. The first question, am I drawn to a certain kind of emotional availability? Now, from this experience, it seems like I'm drawn to emotional availability on a whim. It feels like when it presents itself in the moment, even when it's short, I latch onto it really. It's like I'm a vampire and I just like, this is all I can get. And like, who wants to be like that? Because no, that's telling myself that what I'm experiencing is limited, and I know that's not true. That's simply not true. It's just not true. So it seems like I'm drawn to like quick fixes of emotional availability, and I don't want that for myself anymore. The second question is, do I tend to give more than is returned? Unfortunately, I do. Unfortunately, I do. And I am not going to be mean to myself. I am not going to shit on myself because that doesn't get me anywhere. If anything, what I'm doing right now is actually very monumental. Because one thing about me, I need to learn things once and that's it. It's a wrap. Because I'm sick of this. This is actually I feel like I'm laughing because I feel like I can sense my future self sending this energy my way. Because I was about to say, this is actually unacceptable. Like, this is unacceptable. And I keep accepting the unacceptable. Something has to change. I have to change what I'm accepting. It's actually quite simple. What gets in the way is the emotions. And this is why I'm doing this. To prove to myself that I can do. I want to cry. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me find it. Let me find it. Oh my gosh, my eyes are sweating. It's too much. The topic is too much. The topic is so much that my eyes are going into overtime and they're sweating. This is ridiculous. This is simply ridiculous. Goodness gracious. I'm doing this because I need to show myself that I can do difficult things. And that difficult things, although they are difficult, they are not impossible. Once again, this is so much work that my eyes are sweating. Oh my god, there's an eyelash in my eye. There's so much going on right now. I'm keeping all of this in, by the way. Because this is what this is for. Like, literally. So, let me run it back. Y'all, this dog. What is it with the dogs? You know what? I'm just going to take that as confirmation, as a sign that what I'm talking about, exactly, big dog. Let me sum that. But I am doing this to prove to myself that I can sit with myself through the hard emotions, and that I can get through it, and that I can do tough things, and that this moment that I am going through right now is simply a moment, and that there is a version of me on the other side that is actually going to look back on these videos and be so proud of me. Because once upon a time there was a version of me that didn't think I would be able to sit with these emotions, because I would abandon myself and run away and go to people who weren't emotionally available. Do we see how the cycle goes? I'm sick of cycles. Y'all heard about demon slayers? How about cycle slayers? I'm one of them because I can't take it anymore. This shit has got to end. This shit has got to end. So, do I tend to give more than is returned? I used to, because I'm not doing that anymore. And that stems from a people-pleasing tendency that is dying. I'm killing it. What did Kendrick say? Black Noah, I just strangled me a goat. Okay? I'm strangling people-pleasing. every second I get. It's gonna die by my hands. How about that? The next one. Am I quick to believe in potential over patterns? Unfortunately, I kind of have that tendency. But I will say in this instance, I feel like I was quicker to identify a pattern. That's why I pulled my energy back like stat immediately. So I'm proud of myself for recognizing this pattern this time around and not acting like I don't see it. Because that, if there's anybody here watching this, don't do that. Do not do that. If you see a pattern, you see a pattern. You see it, and you know you see it. And you have to accept it. No matter how hard it is, no matter how difficult it is to accept it, no matter how painful it is to accept it, you have to accept the fact that yourself is seeing something that is not making sense. You have to honor that. You have to honor that, and you have to adjust. I don't know who I'm speaking to right now. This could be a future version of me, or this could be a past version of me that is showing up as you right now who just happened to come across this video. But when you see patterns, believe them, because patterns turn into cycles. And who wants to be in a freaking loop? We're not looping anymore. We got places to go. I think this is all I have for right now. I'm gonna take a moment to debrief to tackle the next prompt. So you'll see me again. I might do a different head wrap or not. We'll see. But that's all I have for you today for day 6. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being patient, and thank you for the motorcycle in the background. We're taking off. We got places to go. We got places to go. I can't. Okay, bye. Thanks.